Hi, I'm Daniel Peck, and from Cleveland, this is Live at the Bop Stop. As a collective, Snarky Puppy's reputation precedes itself. But for this performance, violinist Zack and guitarist Bob Lanzetti step out on their own to create soundscapes that invite deep listening, emphasize nuance, emphasize spontaneity, and they call upon the power of musical storytelling. It's a performance that's as intimate as it is inspiring, and we think you'll enjoy it here. From April 23rd, 2025, it's Zack and Bob Lanzetti, live at the Bop Stop.
Or the head, at least. Anyway, love it so much. And yeah, it's really great to be here at the Bop Stop. This has been a long time coming. I've heard about how great this spot is for years and years and years, and there have been times where it's been so close where one of our groups is gonna play, or and then COVID happened, and then sort of a reset, and I think we've kind of stumbled out of that eventually into whatever this new thing is. And continuing on, this is a tune that I wrote for the record, Drawing Songs. There's some people, I'm actually gonna try this. Some people come up with titles for songs first that have a whole vibe and a story behind them, and then they write into that. I think that's a great idea. I did not do that for this song. This song, when we recorded it, was called something like 12-19-23 number 2, or something like that. And that's what it was in the studio. And then when we finally had to send in the stuff for the artwork for the CD, we had to come up with song titles. And I didn't have a super deep story about what the song was, but it was more inspired by this collaboration between myself and Keita and Bob. And, I also don't speak Spanish. You don't know that, but I'm going to tell you that. So I try to use Spanish in the title. I don't really speak Spanish, but I was thinking of that movie, The Three Amigos. Remember that? That's a deep cut. For some of you youngins, you don't know that one, but check it out, maybe. And, but the feeling was, we're just 3 buddies playing music together and having a great time. So I was like, I can't call it The Three Amigos. That's a little too on the nose. So let me just, lean on my lack of ability to speak Spanish and come up with another word. So I called it Los Caballeros. I don't think that we're really gentlemen at all, but that's what the song is, Los Caballeros.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You are listening to Zack Brock and Bob Lanzetti, live at the Bop Stop.
Thank you. That's one of our favorite tunes by the great tenor saxophonist Sam Rivers. And I first heard that played by one of my favorites, Joe Henderson. And that's what I think about every time I think about that song. That and Sam Rivers, both at the same time, combined. Combined in my faulty memory that's just becoming like Swiss cheese. Becoming like Sam Henderson, Joe Rivers. I don't know. So Bob and I have been playing together for some years. We met in this band, Snarky Puppy, that we both play in. And we really started to play other gigs with each other when we both moved to New York, right around 2006, maybe 2007, 2008, sometime in there. And so we were playing all kinds of stuff around town, and that's the story of the love that is me and Bob. We've been playing together ever since, and but a lot of the time, you know, especially when eventually everyone sort of moved away from New York, we'll just get together certain times of the year because everybody lives all over the world now at this point. It just kind of comes together. And speaking of the big drag that is the pandemic, sorry to bring it up. Eventually, like next year after our next record, I just won't ever talk about it again. Except for all the music and all the stuff that came out of it. Hard won, I should say. So, as performing musicians, we were, like a lot of people, you know, in the kind of industry. I don't even like to say industries. I don't even want to. It makes me want to. Ugh. But just people that have to be around other people to receive compensation for what they do in society. It's something that musicians do also. And after year one, we were all really struggling, obviously, both financially and emotionally. And so Bob and I decided to become what were those things called? Pod? Were we a pod? What's the thing when you like get together with your neighbors? A pod. We became like a music pod. Yeah, and we were like, all right, well, nobody else might feel comfortable playing with us, but we're gonna jump in a car. We're reasonably certain that we're well, and also we knew some booking agents that were really hurt, like probably even more than musicians, right? And so Bob and I started getting some gigs just as things were sort of coming out of the lockdowns. Remember, like it would open up and then it would close down again. So we were driving around sort of the New York, New Jersey area playing gigs, and that's how our duet partnership started. We'd actually never played duet before. And then the thing with Keita happened when during one of these gigs, there was a promoter down in Indiana that decided about a month before the gig that he didn't want us to come play his club unless we had a drummer. And oh, by the way, the drummer needed to be in the band Snarky Puppy. And like the money was gonna be the same and everything like that. We're like, oh, you know. So that's how we thought of Keita, because Keita is just one of the most versatile and creative, sort of unstoppable forces of music. And so that's how this trio and a lot of this music, of the originals that you guys are hearing tonight, that's sort of how that started. But another cool thing that happened, actually, during the pandemic was that there were various things, people trying to do projects, like this cool thing that Bob got to do, which was to compose an entirely new soundtrack for the very famous, sort of the first vampire movie, Nosferatu. Who's the director? Sorry, I always do this to him, and like we don't know the director's name. But everybody knows Max Schreck, if you know, or Count Orlok. It's like Dracula. Orlok is Dracula, and he looks like a rat. He's got the little rat teeth, and he comes up out of the coffin. I think that was like in the Under Pressure video from Queen. They used that. Anybody seen that? So Bob did this entire, and man, I thought that some of these silent films, I thought they were short. This was a long ass movie.
Like 90 minutes.
Yeah, like 90-minute silent movie. So that's a lot of music to compose. And you're obviously composing a lot more than if there was a movie that had dialogue. So Bob went to town and he composed this whole new soundtrack to Nosferatu, and it was screened by Alamo Drafthouse, which are these cool movie theaters. They have a few around the country, and you can get fancy cocktails and truffle butter popcorn and watch your movie and stuff like that, because he's fancy like that. So, we're gonna play Orlok's Arrival, and then we're gonna go into it was a really really long setup. I'm just starting to wake up. Sorry. So we're gonna do Orlok's Arrival, and we're gonna do that into the title track of our record, Drawing Song, which is a song that I wrote about my daughters drawing pictures, also during COVID, when they were being kept at home and were just drawing for hours on end, and it's kind of like that creative, youthful energy of stuff like that. But picture Orlok, or Dracula, as the ship is coming from Transylvania, or whatever it was, and
Somewhere in Germany.
somewhere, okay, right, somewhere over there, and it's coming out of the mist, and it's like the ship from hell, right? It's like being piloted by some unknown force. There's no wind, the sails are all ripped up, everybody's dead. Everything is, there's plague everywhere.
Yeah.
The plague ship. And it's just kind of floating into London. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to play for you. And then we're going to play Drawing Song, just, totally different vibe about my kids. And then we're going to take a very short little break, say hi. It'll be very brief, and then we've got some more music for you. So without further ado, Orlok's Arrival.
And in the movie, he crosses the sea between Germany and England, which there really isn't one. So, but it's fiction.
It's important.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. We'll be back in a few minutes. We have CDs.
Live at the Bop Stop is made possible by the Music Settlement, serving Northeast Ohio by offering music instruction, music therapy, and early childhood education since 1912. The Music Settlement's mission is to welcome all to our music and arts community to learn, create, inspire, and heal. This program is recorded at the Robert Conrad Studios of the Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio, the studios of SMFG Media in Brunswick, Ohio, and the studios of WHFR-FM in Dearborn, Michigan. Additional production at the Bop Stop is provided by Owen Davis and Darren Thompson. Editing for the radio version of this program is provided by Dr. Pete Nagley and Sean Gilbert. The executive producer and writer for this season is Daniel Peck, with additional consulting production from Brian Kennard. For extended versions of all of our shows, our Live at the Bop Stop podcast can be found on your favorite podcast app or visit our website at www.thebopstop.org and click the Live at the Bop Stop link. To reach out directly, email liveatthebopstop@gilazarmedia.com. On behalf of all of us here in Cleveland, I'm Daniel Peck. Join me again next time, Live at the Bop Stop.